Listening deep within, we are gonna see a change. Listening deep within, we are gonna see a change. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we're gonna see a change. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Working with the one, we are gonna see a change. Working with the one, we are gonna see a change. Working with the one, we are gonna see a change. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we're gonna see a change. Soon and very soon, we are gonna see a change. Soon and very soon, we are gonna see a change. Soon and very soon, we are gonna see a change. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we're gonna see a change. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah,
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity of Santa Barbara. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Susie Melican, and I am honored to be your platform host today. And I'm sharing the platform with Dr. Will Tuttle and our talented Unity Band. So, yeah, thank you. On piano, we have John Douglas. On bass, we have our Randy Tico. And on drums, we have Renee Martinez. Thank you all. Today, they are joined by Nicole Lavoff, and Dr. Tuttle will also be sharing his music, so thank you. So unity means to me all-inclusiveness, respecting and honoring everybody's own spiritual journey and realizing the power we have within ourselves through thought and really intention. And my purpose is aligned with our purpose, transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in the world. Unity of Santa Barbara is a place of peace. We light our peace candle every Sunday as we affirm the peace that passes, understanding a peace for all the world. Today, Dr. Tuttle will be sharing the message, Awakening Your Inner Genius. As we continue, let us remember, I ask that you join me in speaking and affirming this truth. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. We thought it would be good to hear from the co-founder of Unity, Myrtle Fillmore, and here is Myrtle reciting the prayer of faith.
God is my help in every need. God does my every hunger feed. God walks beside me, guides my way through every moment of the day. I now am wise, I now am true, patient, kind, and loving too. All things I am, can do, and be, through Christ the truth that is in me. God is my health I can't be sick. God is my strength unsailing quick. God is my all, I know no fear. Since God and love and truth are here. Amen.
Now, if you will please stand and join the Unity Singers as we sing My Sweet Lord.
My sweet Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I really want to see you, really want to be with you, really want to see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord, my sweet Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I really want to know you, really want to go with you, really want to show you, Lord, that it won't take long, my Lord, my sweet Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I really want to see you, really want to see you, really want to see you, Lord, really want to see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord, my sweet Lord, my Lord, my Lord, my sweet Lord, my Lord, my Lord, my sweet Lord. My sweet Lord.
Thank you. While you're all still standing, I invite you to take a moment to say hello and connect to your neighbors. Offer a heart-to-heart hug if you feel so inclined. Hi, thank you. And this brings us to today's daily word. You'll all have a seat. Thank you. Today's daily word is inner peace. Secure in the presence of God, I am peaceful and strong. I find comfort in knowing I am never alone because God is always with me and within me. Whatever I am called to face, I have inner resources to handle it peacefully. Peace dwells in the silence of my soul. When I feel troubled, I turn within. I breathe deeply and picture a peaceful setting, a trickling stream, the wind gently rustling the leaves, or the soft flicker of a candlelight. I let tranquility sink deep into my heart as I leave the quietness of prayer. I take peace with me. I am ready to face the day. As a peaceful person, I know that peace is my very nature. Harmony is my purpose and my goal. I seek serene people, places, and experiences such as yourselves. My soul feels at home everywhere as the peace of my heart flows outward to bless everyone it touches. That is beautiful. May grace and peace be yours in abundance in the knowledge of God and Jesus our Lord. Now is the time we welcome all of our in-person and online guests today. So welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We're so happy you could share and be a part of this here with us in Santa Barbara. We have blessed to have viewers in many states and countries, and I've seen many as 400 viewers lately. Our online is really growing, and it's just so amazing to see. So thank you all for joining in and tuning in. We really appreciate it. If you're viewing online, please leave comments and receive a free gift at unitysb.org/free gift. And to all of you here in the sanctuary, we encourage you to invite your family and friends, wherever they are, to join you. If they cannot be here in person, they can join us online. It's nice that we have the live stream, and some people do not know that you can also view any of our past ones by hitting live stream, and you can see anyone that you've missed if you want to catch up. So we know our live stream audience includes the folks at Oak Cottage Memory Care, and encourage all of you here to send them some love. So thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And today is Friendship Sunday. So has anybody brought a friend? Okay. Well, then we all are friends already, which is great. We also want to say welcome and thank you to any new guests. Is anyone here for the first time? Yes, would you like to stand, please? And we'll have Clifton, thank you, our usher, hand out welcome packets. And make sure to stop by our welcome table, which is right outside the main doors. We have mala beads for the newcomer, and please, we encourage you to sign our newcomer list, because we send out all the great things that are happening here. And if you put your email down, you'll make sure to get that once a week. Clifton will also give you a nice aura cleanse, which is wonderful. And yeah, we're so happy to have you here and share with us. So thank you. Today, our youth are here, and Amma has graciously volunteered so I could be here with you today to lead the group, and she's been volunteering, and she has just been such a blessing. I'm so pleased to have her. She's been a natural with the kids, and she'll be bringing them in later today. So I want to shout out to her my appreciation and gratitude. So, we believe in the power of prayer and offering prayer support. So our prayer chaplains are available. We're going to ask you to stand, please, if you're a prayer chaplain. And they are, thank you. They are here and willing to offer prayer at the front after the service. You can meet with them directly in person. We also have prayer boxes, 2 of them, one outside the chapel and one to the left. If you are so inclined, you can write a prayer, and Unity of Village of Unity will be praying for your prayers for a whole 30 days, once a day, for a month, which is wonderful. So thank you all for what you do. We appreciate the prayer chaplains here. And they're happy to support, and any confidential prayers. And Shirley Campbell Chapel is always open for prayer. We leave that open, which is directly adjacent to the breezeway. Feel free to pray in that room. It's always available, even during the week. You can more than welcome to come in. So now let's join together for our community blessing. The space is a sanctuary of peace where hearts are open and souls are set free. We grow in love, rooted in purpose, and uplifted by spirit. Bless unity of Santa Barbara today, tomorrow, and always, in all ways. Namaste. Now, Dr. Tuttle will share a solo piano interlude as he leads us in meditation. Thank you.
Let's begin our time of meditation together. With every exhalation, letting go of any thoughts of the past or the future, entering more deeply into this present moment, the only holy moment is right now. And so we give thanks for this moment and savor this moment we are here together in this sacred space. In this space of beauty, love, peace, freedom, abundance, awareness, truth, gratitude. We give thanks, knowing that this outer sanctuary is a manifestation of the inner sanctuary, where we dwell always in unity with the infinite love that is the source of our life, the source of all life. And we give thanks for all of the teachings of all the world's wisdom traditions that help to heal our consciousness of the delusion of separateness, to remember the truth that there is one life living through us all, that we are infinitely interconnected with all expressions of life. And we give thanks for all of the teachers in our life. And we give thanks for this community, everyone who helps make this possible. And we give thanks for the beautiful earth, the rivers and mountains and forests, the prairies and jungles and trees and all the animals celebrating their lives, in the waters, in the air, on the land. And we give thanks for the whole human family on our shared adventure of awakening to the truth that we are. We give thanks knowing that the light that shines at the very heart of the universe is shining right now in our heart and radiating into every dimension of our life, to every cell of our being, bringing every aspect of our life into harmony and into alignment with our purpose for this lifetime. And we know that we have a purpose, a reason we are here. And so we just allow the music now to deepen our connection with the truth that we are. And we take a moment now together to enter into the silence. Together, the silence, the source of all melodies. And so as we close our time of meditation now, we again give thanks for the beauty of this life, for the transiency, and for the eternal truth that what we are was never born and will never die. May all beings be happy and at peace. May all beings be free. And may we all realize the original brightness of our minds and hearts. And may we continue to work together to build a more enlightened society, a world that cares for everyone, a world that reflects the inner Christ truth. We give thanks through the power of the infinite spirit of truth and love indwelling, knowing this is so, and so it is. Thank you all for joining together in our meditation time. And I'd like to play a short piece of original music now before going into the talk. And this is a piece called Dance for the Arctic Moon. And it's dedicated to the sacred feminine dimension of consciousness. Cross-culturally, the moon represents the feminine. And of the four directions, the north is the direction of going within. And so I'd like to just dedicate this music to the healing of all of our relations, invite you as you're listening to let the music take you on an inner journey together. And this is Dance for the Arctic Moon, honoring the sacred feminine capacity of receptivity and compassion. Enjoy. Thank you. Ah, wow, thank you so much, and thank you to whoever tuned this piano and takes care of it, for all of you for manifesting this beautiful space. It's really a delight to be here and to share this time together. I'm also joined by my wonderful spouse, Madeline, my wife, and from Switzerland. She's the artist of the paintings you see up here, and so thank you. And Madeline and I have been traveling for many years, probably about almost 40 years, full-time to Unity churches all over the United States and worldwide. I think at this point we've been to more Unity churches than any human who's ever lived. And I really love, we love Unity. And I think one of the main things, as Susie mentioned this morning, the idea of inclusivity. There's this fundamental notion and feeling and vibratory awareness of the importance of inclusion, not only that everyone is welcome here, but also the wisdom of including the wisdom of all the world's traditions. We don't have this exclusive idea that we've got the one right truth and it's kind of revealed to us and not to other people. And Charles and Myrtle Fillmore are really beautiful exemplars of that. How many of you have been to Unity Village, at least once in your life, maybe in Missouri? It's one of those places, kind of like Mecca. If you can just go once in your life, it's a beautiful place. It's a big animal sanctuary. They've got over 1,000 acres of land and the prayer tower where people are praying 24 hours all the time. And it's very interesting because Charles Fillmore is kind of famous for the saying that he said we should all go straight to headquarters, right? We don't need an intermediary. We can, by our own capacities. And I always kind of smile when I heard him say that because I think, well, it was easy for him. He could just go straight to headquarters by just asking Myrtle. And I have a kind of a similar thing. I can ask Madeline. But the underlying idea I'd like to share today is the idea that we all have an inner guidance system. And we'll be talking about that more this afternoon in the workshop. But the basic idea is that we have an intuitive capacity to know directly. And I think the thing to really understand is that we're born in a culture where, in many ways, we're taught the opposite of that. We're taught to trust authorities outside of us in some way. And I think that's a real problem because the more we trust outside authorities, if they're not correct or if they're corrupted, we find ourselves going down pathways we shouldn't. And it's good to remember, I think, what Krishnamurti said. He said, it's not a good idea to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. So, the whole idea is to kind of question a lot of the official narratives and so forth. And I think Unity has been pioneering this really for many decades, the idea of just connecting with our own inner wisdom and creating communities where we honor each other for that and choosing, opening to the wisdom of other traditions, Christian traditions, but all the world wisdom traditions. And so the thing I think that's really important to emphasize in all of this is that this inner guidance system that we have, it doesn't mean that our life will always be easy, but it does mean we'll be living our life authentically. And the underlying problem, I think, in many ways in our society is that we, as a little kid, we're like a sponge, right? We're born, wherever we're born into a society, and their attitudes become my attitudes, their language becomes my language, their food becomes my food, their way of thinking becomes my way of thinking. And so we are, in many ways, programmed very, very powerfully. It's unavoidable throughout our life. But the thing is, if we just continue and just do whatever we're told to do through the program from our parents and teachers and friends and neighbors and relatives and ministers, not the Unity ministers, but the other ones before, and we're just kind of going along on that programming. That's what's propelling us, right? In the morning, we get up in the morning, we do whatever we do, and we're being propelled basically by the cultural program. It tells us we'll be happy if we get this and if we do that, and so forth. And so we could even be going to church every Sunday and so forth, but if we're just being propelled by this program, there's really no spirituality, actually. Spirituality only comes in when we're being guided by something else besides the cultural program. And that's our connection with our true nature, the infinite true nature that we are. What we are, I think it's so important to emphasize this at the very beginning, It's not this body. We're told from the time we're little kids that this is what we are, this object, this thing, this material object. And we tend to identify with that object, and then everything we've accumulated, our thoughts and feelings, our likes, our dislikes, our political opinions, our health issues, all these things. And to really question that and realize that what we are was never born and will never die. We are what makes this possible, and we function through this for a few short decades. There's one of the main symbols in the Buddhist tradition, besides the wheel, with 8 spokes, the Eightfold Path, and the tree of enlightenment, is the footprint. And I think it's very interesting because we go to the beach here and we walk along the sand and we see a footprint. We don't walk up to the footprint and go, well, good morning, Gloria, how are you doing today? We know that's just a footprint. It's not the being that made the footprint. So this is a footprint waving right now. We can't see each other. We are non-corporeal. We have a corpse, a corporeal reality, and it's good to honor that, but to look beyond that, to see the life, the being. And when we do that, when we look beyond the outer being and the outer form and see the being, then we are becoming healers, really. We're seeing and affirming and connecting with what is beyond the outer form, which is radiant and of divine perfection. But it's very difficult to do that if we're not doing the inner work of seeing it within ourselves already. How many of you have a regular spiritual practice that you do on a daily basis? Some of you, it's really, yes, great. It's so important, I think, to take time every day on a regular basis to bring the mind back to this moment and spend some time there. Madeline and I always spend a couple of hours every morning, and then also before we go to bed. But I think that underlying practice of coming back to the present moment and realizing that we are not just this thing, we are the consciousness within which everything is arising. And then we have a much more freedom. We don't have to react. We can be a witness. We can watch what's happening. And so the underlying idea really is to question what we are. What is it actually? So the thing I'd like to kind of emphasize and kind of begin to wrap up the talk is the idea of the importance of questioning the official narratives in our society and of the communities we're raised in, and how that connects to our inner wisdom. So in my case, I was born in Concord, Massachusetts, back in the 1950s, and there was no unity, anything like that. But it was kind of neat. I mean, Concord was where there was the Transcendentalists, So, and it was also the Revolution. Like, I remember on April 19th, which is coming up, that's Patriots' Day if you're in Concord. That's like the beginning of the American Revolution. They had the Old North Bridge in Concord. Hardly a man is now alive that remembers the famous day and year of the Midnight Ride of Paul Revere. That was a big thing, where I grew up, and the idea we can have freedom. And so that was very present. But then later, in the 1800s, there was the Transcendentalists. And so I learned to swim in Walden Pond. I was born in Emerson Hospital. I went to Thoreau School and Alcott School. And these people, I didn't really understand it, but when I went away to college, I started to read them. I thought, I'm starting to get into these spiritual teachers, really, what they were saying. And now I understand that they were a big influence, actually, on Charles and Myrtle Fillmore as well. But they were pioneering bringing the wisdom teachings of other cultures into North America. Thoreau had the largest library of books from India and China, like the Bhagavad Gita and the Upanishads and the Vedas and all these things. So they were really talking about these and how they related to what Jesus was saying and the Old Testament prophets, and really kind of seeing the commonalities. And so I think they brought a lot of wisdom in. For example, the teaching from the Buddhist tradition that God is infinite mind and that our mind is actually connected to this infinite mind. Or the idea from the Taoist tradition that God is the universal principle that we can learn to understand and harmonize with and live in harmony with that is a tremendously effective way of entering more deeply into the truth. Or the idea from the Hindu tradition that God is equally female as male. This was tremendously, I think, deepening at the time. So I started reading all this stuff and getting really excited, and that led me to a book that some of you may have heard of. It's an old book called Cosmic Consciousness, written in the 1890s by a Canadian psychologist named Richard Buck. But he basically said that most people live at what he called the state of self-consciousness, right? basically care about ourselves and maybe our little family or tribe, whatever. But it's that kind of thing. But he said a certain few rare individuals, great sages and saints and mystics and founders of religions, poets and seers, both men and women through the ages had attained what he called cosmic consciousness. And he said it's just like a leap to another level where instead of looking for like what I can get out of it and manipulating other people to get what we want, we live from this understanding that we are one with all life. And so we're naturally emanating a feeling of loving kindness and compassion. And he said there was a moral elevation, an intellectual illumination, a loss of the fear of death, and all these different things that accompanied. And he said people like Jesus and the Buddha and other great sages had attained this. But what I really liked, actually, was he said, it is the destiny of every human being to attain cosmic consciousness. This is really essentially our purpose on this earth. And so I remember going home on the breaks and saying to my parents, Mom, Dad, we're here to attain cosmic consciousness, right? And that's really the most important thing. And I remember my father saying, well, actually, this education we're giving you is costing us quite a bit of money, and I'm wondering how that's going to help you get ahead in the world. But they were somewhat supportive. My father actually taught me to play the piano. My mother was an artist, watercolor artist, like my wife now is. And my younger brother, Ed, though, which was really very interesting, when I talked to him about it, he said, yes, let's do it. Let's do it. And so I said, yeah, let's do it. Let's attain cosmic consciousness. So my father said, so what are you going to do? And I had just graduated from Colby College in Maine. And so we thought about it, and we really was like, what do we do? But then suddenly we knew exactly. There's one sure way to attain cosmic consciousness. If you're living in Massachusetts in 1975, there's one sure way, and that is go to California. So, so that's really, so we basically told our parents that we're going to go to California, but we wanted to do it the right way. So we were going to walk to California with no money, the whole way, just walk. And so we really thought we could do it because we were reading a lot about the sages of India and how they walked, and they didn't have any money. And like sadhu. So we had this book that we were reading about a great Indian sage named Ramana Maharshi, who said, just go deeper and deeper with the question of who am I? What am I? What is this? And so that we were doing that meditation. So I remember we walked down the driveway of our parents' home with some fresh baked cookies from my mother, and we headed west in these little roads, and we walked. And we got eventually as far as Buffalo. And in Buffalo, it was freezing. It was October. And I remember thinking, gosh, we better forget that and just head south. Try to keep ahead of the cold front, because it was really getting cold. So we ended up just walking about 20 miles a day on little backcountry roads, all the way down through upstate New York, into Pennsylvania, across Pennsylvania, down into West Virginia. And when we entered West Virginia the first day, they said, boys, you're in the Bible Belt. And I said, oh, okay. I didn't know what that meant, but I found out what that meant. Because we had no money, and we were just staying wherever we could. That meant we slept a lot on the floors of churches or wherever we could. Sometimes we ended up in the forest. A few times we ended up in rescue missions or in jails. I mean, all kinds of things happened. But we just kept going and walking and doing our who am I and deepening our meditation practice. And we worked our way through West Virginia into eastern Kentucky, into Appalachia. We had some really quite amazing experiences there, too. But we eventually got down through eastern Kentucky into Tennessee, and then south of Tennessee, we've discovered a community called The Farm. And The Farm in 1975 was the largest hippie commune in the world, and they were all from California. It was about 900 people had come out from San Francisco with Stephen Gaskins, and they were just growing their own food. They were all vegetarians. I actually became a vegetarian and have never eaten meat in my life, and I found out the same month and year my wife decided the same thing. In 1975, and we stayed there for a while, and then eventually ended up, if you can believe it, in a Zen center in Alabama, in Huntsville, and then eventually, a couple of years later, did get out to San Francisco, and I ended up living in Buddhist meditation centers, and eventually shaved my head, became a Zen Buddhist monk, lived in South Korea in a monastery there called Songwangsa, doing a lot of intensive meditation. We'd get up at 3 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. I took a vow of silence for 90 days and just went very, deeply into meditation. And then eventually decided to come back here, get my PhD at Berkeley, and taught college for quite a while, and realized that essentially academia is fine, but I discovered unity, and I had discovered it along the way, right around that time, and I realized that the unity movement is enormously precious and powerful in the way it is just manifested. It has all of the ancient wisdom teachings available in a way that can open our minds and hearts to creating a positive future for ourselves and each other and our planet. And I just thought, I ended up leaving my teaching position in San Francisco, moving into a 1971 Volkswagen bus and going to Unity churches way back in like 1990. And even before that a little bit. But basically, ever since then, we've been going to Unity churches, and Madeline came over from Switzerland. I met her when we were over in Russia. I was the Soviet Union back then, doing Concerts for Peace, to try to create peace on our planet. And so I just want to close with this idea that essentially the unity movement has within it the seeds of a fantastic transformation of consciousness for us as individuals and for our society. And it really is based on what Charles and Myrtle Fillmore not only taught, but lived. They were very humble people who really lived this teaching of prayer, meditation, inner silence, healing, connecting with the truth in our own unique way, sharing this, creating communities that support sanity, kindness, love, freedom, inclusivity, and especially joy. You know, joy is really our true nature. And I think when we quiet our mind enough, we'll realize there's a bubbling spring of joy. And our inner guidance system, which is our best friend, there's no better friend you can have than an inner knowing that you can learn to connect with and trust to live your unique life, to each one of us live our unique life. It doesn't mean our life will be easy, but it does mean it'll be our life. And there's something very satisfying inherently in that. I remember when my brother and I were on our walk, and we had no reason to be happy, really. I mean, we had no money, no security. We weren't doing what we were supposed to be doing. But I remember walking on these little roads somewhere in West Virginia, and these waves of joy were just pouring over me because I was living my life. So I just want to thank all of you, because I know if you found your way through the doors and you're still here, you're living your life, and you're being a radiating beacon just by doing that. We don't have to try to change other people. If we just change ourselves and bring our own life into alignment with our inner wisdom and live our life and connect with that, we automatically plant the seeds of positive change in the minds and hearts of other people. So I want to thank all of you for the efforts you're making. No effort is ever lost. And please go forth and keep multiplying this beautiful message of truth and love. Thank you all very much. Bless you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Will. That was a really powerful message and beautiful music. Really appreciate it, you being here, and your beautiful wife. So we're very blessed to have you, and I'm looking forward to your intuition later today, all the wonderful things that you're doing. So now is the time that we acknowledge that we truly dwell in a prosperity consciousness, knowing that as Charles Fillmore, the father of unity, taught, join me as we affirm. We shall serve the joy of serving. Prosperity shall flow to us and through us in unending streams of plenty. We affirm this flow with our tithes and offerings and give freely of our time, talent, and treasure, as we know that we are Unity of Santa Barbara, our spiritual community and home. There are many ways to give. We have a love offering on how to give. Just to let you guys know that we have changed to Zephy on our giving, so we are no longer doing Givelify and PayPal. I have made that change on the newsletter that comes out. We also have information with the QR code at the welcome table. If you guys have any questions, you can come see me in the office, and I'd be happy to let you know. And as we prepare to give our tithes and offerings, whatever amount you are guided to give, take it in your hearts and hands and bless it with your love. Let yourself feel grateful to God in you as your one source. Benediction of light will be performed by Dr. Tuttle as we share our offerings and our tithes. So dig deep and bless the money as you do. And will you please join me in our prosperity blessings as we receive these very generous gifts that we wholeheartedly appreciate. Divine love through us blesses and multiplies all that we are, all that we have, all that we share, and all that we receive. Thank you. It is Buffet Sunday, and our Unity Kitchen Angels have prepared a wonderful lunch for us today. I believe Sonaita has been really great, bringing some amazing dishes along with some others, and we really appreciate all the volunteers. So thank you so much for that. And, yep. Dr. Tuttle will be sharing more on intuition in a workshop following today's service, Opening the Intuitive Gate. It's at noon, and there will be another event from 3 to 4 that talks about his book, The Art of Healthy Living, the World Peace Diet, which is the Art of Healthy Living. That'll be from 3 to 4. Would you like to come up and say a few words? Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Susie. And yeah, I'm so glad to be back here because I remember, what I'd like to say for our workshop that Madeline and I will be doing on intuition at noon is Albert Schweitzer said the key to happiness is good health and a short memory. So we'll be doing this workshop here, and it'll be sharing some techniques of meditation and imagery, along with music and art, to help everyone who's attending connect with your own unique way of accessing your intuition. So please join us if you can. And the reason I'm so glad I said to be back here to say this is that I was sitting right here in 1999, and I heard Reverend Eddie Edwards say, Albert Schweitzer said the key to good health the key to happiness is good health and a short memory. And I've never forgotten it, and I've said it every single Sunday since, in every Unity church I've been to. I always love saying that because I think it's such a great saying. And so, yeah, we were here in 1999, and then we were here again in 2007. That was the last time, so it's so good to be back. So thanks to everyone. Join us. Yeah, and the event also at 3 o'clock if you're interested in just healthy living. So we're doing 2 events actually here. Thanks very much. See you then. Thank you.
Thank you. And mark your calendars for these upcoming events that are right around the corner. We have Shastina Free will be presenting a workshop on graceful spiritual evolution on April 14th, and that's at 6:30. And then we have Amy Batchelor, and she will be sharing her next chakra-specific sound. If you haven't experienced Amy, it is really transformational. You just leave there feeling so uplifted, and that feeling lasts for days after you've left. It's wonderful. I highly recommend her. She's really incredible. That is going to be this Friday, April 17th at 7:30 here in the sanctuary. And we have Dr. Lee Moberly is continuing her multidimensional spiritual healing. That's going to be on the 1st and 3rd Sundays of each month. And I personally attended those. She did a 6-week series, and it was really a great interactive way to get to know people on a deeper level. I recommend going to these little small workshops. It's really helped me connect with people in a way that I normally wouldn't. So yeah, would you like to come up and say a few words? And do we have a microphone for Lee? We can. Thank you, Lee.
Thank you and good morning. If you loved Dr. Tuttle's talk as much as I did, you'll love my workshop. We are soulmates, obviously. I was a mystic and a psychic since I was 7 years old. Did healing by the time I was 9. And then unlike Dr. Tuttle, I was only a hippie on the weekends because I've been an entrepreneur since I've been 12 years old. So my workshops blend very practical stuff. I work with body, mind, soul, and prosperity consciousness. And so I have a background in investment banking, international financial planning, et cetera, et cetera. So I bring, when I talk about everything, both practical and very esoteric learnings. And I have studied a wide range of practices. A Christian mystic to begin with, and then went on, have and even though I don't look like it, I have a Native American heritage. And so I've worked a lot with the Native American techniques, but most of it has come through intuition and guidance and mystical stuff, and along with a lot of teaching and classes and courses. And, I'm addicted to everything spiritual. And when I finally found Unity in the 1990s, I was already an ordained minister through a Christian mystic church. And it was like Myrtle and Charles were channeling what I taught and spoke, and I didn't realize that there was a religion around it. And so I've been involved with Unity ever since the late 1980s. So the workshop is we're going to do, like I said, we had an introductory 6-week class, and now we decided we're going to go ahead and continue it on a bi-monthly on the first and third Sundays of each month at noon to 1:30. And if you attend Dr. Tuttle's workshop, it'd be a great introduction to my class, too. So come and join us from noon to 1:30 on the first. We'll be starting on April 19th, next Sunday, in the chapel here. If you're looking to explore deeper on any level of spirituality, whether you're looking at relationships, body, mind, spirit, prosperities, we're covering all those topics, going much deeper, and where we use a wide variety of modalities to reach that and do a lot of community sharing.
Thank you
thank
so much, Lee. Really appreciate that. And we do not have a slide yet, but Gina Carvello, who recently did a workshop, is also going to be doing another ongoing, and that's going to be on the fourth Wednesday from 5 to 6:30 in the chapel. And it's another healing, which is great. And we have Reagan Thompson. She's not going to be doing the rapid healing anymore, but we have exciting news that we're starting a very new program. Our own Bent Migan, who is going to be doing every Monday, we're going to have music, mindfulness, meditation, dancing. It's going to be, the jury's still out on what we're going to call it, but it is going to be weekly, and she's going to be a guest appearing monthly regularly to that, and that's something that we're really looking forward to. We'll have some more upcoming on that soon. And we also have Reagan Thompson is going to be returning with her second Divine I Am. I also attended that as well. It was just a beautiful experience. Amy Batchelor is going to be joining her, which I'm really excited about, and Vandana Sinha on April 18th, and we have a short video on that, which we can play right now, and then Reagan will come up and say a few words about that.
Tonight, I really reiterated to myself the work that I'm doing, and with Reagan facilitating it really helped me remember just why I am on this spiritual path.
We invite you to begin to take some more of these loving, slow, gentle, deeper breaths.
You can just feel the unity and just the love and light that came through tonight. So it was really, really amazing.
Allow your imagination to take you there. Any limit to this process is the limit of your imagination.
Everything is happening right here, right now. She's an amazing guide and channeling the energy that we need to heal.
Breathing in this beautiful love and light now coming into your body.
There was parts of me I saw that was afraid of the masculine and the feminine. So each of those layers I cleared.
I completely forgot that I'm a divine spark inhabiting this body that's tired, and it's probably tired because I so overly identified I forgot.
Please join us at our next retreat, April 18th at Unity Santa Barbara or via live stream, The Illuminated Heart. Save your seat now and join us for a beautiful evening of connection.
Tonight, I really reiterated to myself.
Well, thank you so much for joining me in that video, and thank you so much, Susie, Yes, this next Saturday, we'll be joining in space together for a pretty profound inner journey to basically just do the work to remember the truth of who we really are, the divine spark of creation. We talk a lot about that. We do the work that we can, and it's very helpful to be inside of an immersive experience for a few hours. So yes, it'll be a trifecta of facilitation. I get to join Amy Batchelor, as well as Vadanya Senya. She's from India. She just moved over here from working and living there throughout her entire life as a master quantum energy healer. So we'll be joining together in this experience with you all to take you deep into the crevices, the spaces, the places within your energy system that have not yet remembered that truth. And when we do this work, this is when you begin to feel the profundity of your deep connection to spirit, to your soul on a consistent, constant basis, which lends to feeling so much more inner peace and joy and creativity. And as far as we understand, this is exactly what the world needs more of, more than ever before, as we wake up here together. So I look forward to seeing you on April 18th. Thank you, everyone.
As the children join us, I want to thank you all for joining us today. It was a privilege to be able to be here with you, so thank you. And thank you, Will, for a beautiful message that was wonderful and inspiring. Look forward to seeing you later today. And a big thank you to Unity Bands and Nicole. And remember to check out our website, www.unitysb.org, for everything that is happening here at Unity of Santa Barbara. We are so happy that you've chosen us as a place of peace. So love to you all. And now if you will all join hands as we sing our peace song. Good to see you guys.